We live? Are we live? All right, I think we're live. Okay, so we got the Dolphins and we got Washington. So this is because the preseason game is about to happen. I'm gonna simulate the game while that goes on. Actually, wait, hold up. I don't need the screen on, so it's gonna go black for a little bit. Oh no, it's not. Never mind. So I'm gonna wait until 6:55 to start the game. So sit tight until then. All right, I think we are going to get started. So, let's do it. So, we're still going to go arcade. Well, hmm. Let's do simulation for this one. Let's mix it up a little bit. Um, let's do Obviously, exhibition. So it's Friday today. We're just going to do calendar. We're going to do a full 15-minute quarters. Play clock 12 seconds. We're just going to do the classics. We can't do August for some reason, so we have to do September. We're going to do 4:15 p.m. So, let me just... It looks like it's going to rain. Tell you what, we'll put dynamic rain on. I'm just trying to make sure I get this right. All right, I'm going to mute myself and we're going to get started.
We are expecting rain on the way here in our nation's capital, but at the moment, looks like good weather for football, and these Commanders fans are enjoying it here at Northwest Stadium in Landover. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Washington Commanders.
2026 Washington Commanders. Jake Moody to kick off.
Now the Michigan man, Jake Moody, to get us started. And off we go in our nation's capital. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Dolphins offense set to take the field, led by Malik Willis, who is getting his chance as the starter after backing up Jordan Love the past 2 seasons in Green Bay.
Just 6 starts in his first 4 seasons in the NFL, but the potential is vast. 3 total touchdowns and 0 turnovers in his only start last season. They think he's going to be excellent for their team.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down. Play action, Willis. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Here's 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap to Willis. That's complete. It's Greg Dulcich. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. And a quick slant gets exactly 10, and by the nose of the football, they've got a first down. Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on. Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Now it's 2nd and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big third down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. The slot man in motion right. Willis looks to pass it here. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short.
It's
A gain of 8 there on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Jalen Lane deep for Washington. So here are the Commanders making their way out. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
And they're not going to get this one off in time. It'll be a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
That flag, that'll push him back 5. Now Daniels. A short throw taken in by Conquo. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
A gain of 5.
Early on, you just want to get your quarterback in a rhythm, and that's exactly what they're trying to do with that short completion. Build some confidence, and then you can start working the ball farther down the field.
3rd down and 6. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Good footwork at the 30. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a first down Washington on a pickup of 18.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Working out of the gun, Daniels. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
2nd and 10. They go play action. Daniels. That's the 2nd-year man out of Virginia Tech, Jalen Lane. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a first down. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice sustained series to begin the game, and it will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
And just shutting him off there. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
10 more yards.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Throwing now is Daniels. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo. It'll go down as a gain of 6. 3rd and 7 now.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Here comes 3rd down and 7. Daniels looking to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Jaden Daniels keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Commanders will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Jake Moody now for the point after. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good.
Commanders 7.
So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And they finally get to him out near midfield, but he's all the way across the 45 to the 46. So Miami coming out for their 2nd drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
From the 46, here's 2nd down and 2. On the ground, this is Devon Achane. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. They'll run for it with Achane. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. Down to about the 37.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Willis now off of play action. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Well, they'll certainly be on the tablets going over that one for sure. Clearly they were expecting something else out of the defense and couldn't adjust to make that completion happen.
Well, they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on third down. Willis out of the gun. Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Odafe showing off the pass rush skills. Everybody was coming on the blitz that time, and they got home.
And you know the expression, hat on a hat, in terms of blocking, trying to keep your quarterback protected? Well, if you don't have enough hats, that's the end result. Your quarterback goes down, and sometimes he goes down hard.
And here's Bradley Pinion now. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2. This could end up being a pretty big drive. I mean, look, yes, it's early in this game, but they scored the touchdown. They got the stop. And now if they could get in the end zone here again, CD, they could grab an early stranglehold on this one.
Yeah, they certainly can, and that's what you're looking for. Where's the advantage? Can you gain it? Can you press it? Now for them, finishing it off, because right now it's out there for them. They've just got to go seize it.
A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
A toss right side. Here's Krosky Merritt. And takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and a yard. Again, it's Krosky Merritt. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Play action, now it's Daniels. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
No gain there, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They couldn't get anything going there out of the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
To throw is Daniels. Diggs crossing the field and bringing it in. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 44-yard line. 18 yards the gain for number 18.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
This quarterback now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Daniels going to give to Krosky Merritt. On the tackle there, Lonnie Johnson.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football. And the rain, as we expected might happen at some point, has started to fall here. Daniels with a give to Krosky Merritt. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. Here's Daniels. And that is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. Daniels going to throw for it. Slings this deep from McLaurin. Touchdown, Washington! Terry McLaurin, 40 yards. And the Commanders' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they've played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimal level.
Extra point try now for Moody. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it's finished off by a Terry McLaurin touchdown. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Miami's offense set and ready to go. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Willis looking to throw it. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They give him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
To throw, here's Willis. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far, offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
On now to punt, here's Bradley Pinion. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. And time again to see Terry McLaurin in the Washington offense. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise he can really decimate them.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And he'll get this down to about the 31-yard line. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
To the air goes Daniels. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
From the gun on 3rd down, Daniels. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. 17 yards that time and a Washington 1st.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out, but his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Running out of the gun with Krosky Merritt. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
2nd and 6 from the 10. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. Oh, and they sent the man in motion too late. This is going to be a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
Of course, that flag accepted, and it backs the ball up 5 yards. Looking to throw. Daniels. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Remember, Brandon, he ran for a touchdown earlier, so his decision to go ahead and tuck it and go again turned out to be a wise one.
And the decision is what is important here. He has made some good decisions on when to tuck it and go. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best 1st half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Jaden Daniels, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Commanders have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Now Moody for the PAT. And it is now 21-0. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And out come the Dolphins now. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the 1st half, but The way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll pitch it out to Achane. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Now Willis to throw. They set up the screen. Achane has it. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
Complete to Devon.
Partner, I like the play call coming right after a tackle for a loss, because this is an obvious passing situation, but instead they fooled them a little bit with the screen, and they wound up getting back what they lost, and then a little bit more.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. Willis showing off the wheels there. He gets him the 1st down.
Now that's a quarterback who's in charge out there right now. Wants to throw the ball on 3rd down, doesn't find anyone open, tucks it away, takes off, and picks up the 1st down. Not by a little, but by plenty.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. In motion right here, Washington. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and off the play action, he'll look to throw it. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
At the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Second down and a little more than a yard here. Slot man moves right. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So a couple of 1st downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
Now Willis on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. And the Washington offense heading out. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. On the bootleg, it's Daniels. They'll swing this out to Krosky-Merritt. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
On third down, Krosky Merritt. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on third down.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Off the play fake, Daniels. And his throw here is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And Diggs, the motion man left. Off play action, Daniels. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. That's a step in the right direction defensively here because you're facing this sizable deficit. They're going to need more plays like that. A good sack, though. Good effort there.
And what you're hoping is, as you said, a step in the right direction, and that means it's something to build on. So you get the first one, and hopefully that can ignite them, and now they can make a few more plays and get back into this game. That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Tressway on 4th down is sent out to punt. Malik Washington deep for Miami. This is taken at the 15. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. Miami set to take over. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
He got 29 yards that time.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
In motion, that's Tolbert. Willis now off play action. That's taken in by Dulcich. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Willis will look to throw it. Got his man, it's Dulcich. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it'll be 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
This 2nd and 4. Now Willis to throw. And that went to the right side and incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Back to throw, Willis. That's into the hands of Tolbert. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on third down.
But with the score where it is, you're not thinking field goals right now. You need touchdowns. So that was a much-needed conversion there on third down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Here's Willis.
Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
In motion, that's Tolbert. Now Willis.
It's caught. Tolbert. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense. Blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Patterson's kick is good.
And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. Well, the good news, at least they won't take that goose egg into the locker room. Maybe a little something to build on.
Yeah, it hasn't been the greatest of first halves for them, has it? But at least now, as you mentioned, they put some points on the board. And it's been funny in our experience watching games. Sometimes something as little as a field goal can change the fortunes of a team, and they could come out and look real sharp in the second half.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Commanders back out late in this first half. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. Throwing now is Daniels. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo.
And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
That's good.
As they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Working out of the gun, Daniels. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo.
And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
Out of bounds at the 45-yard line.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end.
Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5.
Diggs in motion left.
Now Daniels.
It's complete to Diggs. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Daniels looking to throw. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Diggs, the motion man left.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Looking for his man on the out route, and he's got Diggs.
And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
9
yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it, so on comes the field goal unit. And this one is right through. And the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's 24-3. So everything else has gone right in this first half. Kind of follows that it would for their kicker, too, as he adds 3 more onto the lead.
Yeah, and the way that this one's gone, definitely not looking like he's going to have to worry too much about pressure kicks late in the game. He can go out there free and easy, just work on his form, and he knocked that one through.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock.
Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Halftime coming up. Let's get you down to Orlando and our buddy Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, appreciate the update as always. Mother Nature changing things here. Light rain beginning to fall as we get ready to kick off the second half.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Washington offense ready to go to begin the third quarter.
Looking to put a drive together.
A first carry for Rachaad White.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for. A really good change of pace back.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself. It's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
To throw is Daniels. Open man is the tight end, John Bates.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 40. A good pick up there at 20 yards.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now Daniels going to give it up on the touch pass. Oh, that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
And all the way
inside the 15 before they drop him. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
Everything's been going right here in this one. This offense, they've been in complete control from the outset. And here's another big play. These kind of routes have been open all game long, and they continue to take advantage.
On first down, here's Krosky Merritt. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Krosky Merritt, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt taking it in from a yard out. And the Commanders take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point try now for Moody. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Makes the score.
So this drive spans 7 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. The drive starts with a run from Achane. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Right back to Achane on second down. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
3rd and 3. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Willis looking to throw it. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. It was Leo Chanel who got in to drop him.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, but they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. So out comes Washington's offense to take over. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll run once more with JCM. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. 60 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Play action, now it's Daniels.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll motion the tight end across the formation.
Here's Daniels. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo. And he's going to have a Commanders first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
Those are some of the easiest yards this quarterback will ever throw for. He gets it to his man behind the line of scrimmage and then lets him do the rest. He wasn't able to break it for a huge gain, but it was enough for the first down.
On first down, it's Krosky Merritt.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
And that's a play to applaud because these RPOs, things happen so quickly. And that ball's out of the quarterback's hands fast. He read it and reacted and was there to hit him as the ball arrived at the receiver. Big-time read, big-time play.
Oh, he stays up. Oh, he sheds himself free. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
That was a good effort there trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So they'll get the yardage on the run and get 15 more for good measure.
Yeah, that wasn't too difficult to spot. You heard the sideline erupting, and the flags came out almost immediately.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10.
Out of the gun, they go with Krosky Merritt.
And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skill showing the power, but just not much room to operate. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Now a toss left side with Krosky Merritt.
And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
To the air goes Daniels.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Jake Moody on now for the Washington field goal.
From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So tack on 3 more, though this, it's just a rare drive where they did not find the end zone.
Yeah, you're right about that, partner. But at this point, I don't think you're too concerned about that. You just want to possess the football for a while and drain the clock. If you can get 3 out of it, that's great too.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Dolphins offense and running back Devon Achane making their way back out. And you look at his numbers as a pass catcher in this one. They've lined him up in different spots, shifted him around, and made him a real weapon in the passing game. Here's Achane to start the drive.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, this defense, they've got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to bottle up the run game, and really they've just been sharp in all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they've kept that offense in check the entire game, and I think it's been led by what you just talked about, that defensive front, which has not allowed them to run the football and establish control of the line of scrimmage.
Short throw caught by Dulcich. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. Well, still in the third quarter here. Now, you look at the scoreboard, that deficit probably a little too much to overcome, but completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is it's a new ball game from here to the end. Make sure it's a good one and close it out.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away.
It's a pickup of 3.
And it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 46-yard line.
Willis looking to throw it. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
Willis is going to throw once more. And this is going to be incomplete.
And you can tell just by looking at him that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another 4th down.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on for the 5th time here today. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. The Commanders' offense and Jaden Daniels getting set for this next possession. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. The drive begins with a carry by Krosky Merritt. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 14-yard line.
Back to throw. Daniels. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Here's Tressway now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. Now Willis to throw. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down. Willis looks to pass it here. To the right side and complete to Atwell. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
A gain of 7.
They'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. In motion, the tight end. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down, they're hitting it just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 9. Short throw caught by Dulcich. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Up the middle, Achane. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off.
Delay of game, offense.
Penalty accepted, and that pushes him back 5. Willis. They set up the screen. Achane has it. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. And that is incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Willis, got to have this one. Short throw caught by Dulcich. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Commanders' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. The drive will begin with a run by Krosky-Merritt. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45. 76 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's a 2nd down and 4. They'll go again with Krosky Merritt. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins 30. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in. Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And despite a nice juke there, really good move, he only gets about a yard, and it brings up 2nd down.
1 yard gain.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Now a toss left side for Krosky Merritt.
And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Looking to throw. Daniels. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Terry McLaurin, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Commanders continue to run up the score. They lead it big here in the 4th. Now Moody for the PAT.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Commanders 41.
So that drive in total 8 plays.
And it's finished off by a Terry McLaurin touchdown. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And he returns this to the 22.
The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
No gain on the play.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
At the 22-yard line.
Willis. He's got it complete to Tolbert.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
Now, fourth quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
And he'll get this up to about the 40.
He's tackled at the 40-yard
A solid
line.
run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a second and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Right back to Achane on second down. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Here's Willis. To the right side and complete to Washington. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right of the yard. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Willis will look to throw it. Then he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Down to the 10. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
Touchdown, Miami.
Devon Achane, 42 yards. And the Dolphins are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Riley Patterson now for the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play.
Commanders 41.
So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it was Devon Achane who finished things off with a touchdown reception. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The home team's offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout. And they'll send the slot in motion left. They'll start on the ground with Krosky Merritt. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 116 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
Commanders first down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Right back to Krosky Merritt on first down. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Chris Johnson on the stop.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
They go play action. Daniels. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 42. 17 yards that time and a Washington first.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 42-yard line. Daniels with a give to Kroski Merritt. 20! And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
First down, here's White. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Over the middle, complete. That's White. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Dolphins 10.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Devon Achane of the offense ready to go once again.
They'll be looking to get in the end zone again. Had the touchdown, as you see, last drive on 4 carries. And during the break, we were looking at some of the replays from the previous drive. Really good holes created, great space.
Yeah, I like the observation you had there during that break about, okay, they've got to do something to slow down their runners. So is it bringing in more defensive linemen? Is it dropping in extra linebackers? What are you going to do? Personally, I'm going to take my safety and drop him into the box. I'm going to have at least 7 in there until he shows that he can beat me through the air. Yeah. I've got to slow down the running game.
I was just going to say, you'll take the exposure in the passing game over the top until you can prove that you can stop the running game.
Sometimes you go cold because you haven't thrown it in a while. Let's see if he can heat up again.
78 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Here is 3rd down and 4. Again, it's Achane.
Oh, nice move. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
Well, this was a blowout supported by both sides of the ball today, Charles. It would be easy to look at the offense and say, man, they were clicking, and they were, but don't forget about the effort by this defense as well.
Yeah, they weren't going to let up just because the lead was safe. They wanted to play as big a part in this game as their offense did in making this blowout. They needed to be noticed as well, and they played accordingly.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com.
The Commanders pick up the victory as we say so long from our nation's capital.